So I wanted to try to do a screencast for you guys so that you can do this gizmo as much on your own as possible. And I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so this is more for my Tuesday, Thursday classes. But anyway, so we're going to walk through the first page of the Reaction Time 1 gizmo. So we're going to look at, I want you to look at your paper where it says prior knowledge questions. So we're going to walk through this part together, and then you should pause the video when you need to so that you can fill out your paper, because I'm giving you the answers to the first page. So under where it says prior knowledge questions, it says Sally holds a yardstick in the air, and Mark gets ready to catch it when it drops. When Sally drops the yardstick, Mark tries to catch it as fast as possible. The distances that the yardstick dropped before being caught are shown on the graph. So here are his hands, and then Sally's going to be dropping this ruler down. Okay, and notice that the 0 is here at the bottom, and he's going to try to catch it as fast as he can. So the lower the number, the better his reaction time is. Okay, so when you look at your chart on your packet, number 1 says, what is the most common result? So when you look across the left side, that is the number of results. So to explain this, for example, when she dropped it 4 times, Mark caught it at 15 inches. So 15 is across the bottom. So if you look at the numbers across the bottom, it says distance the ruler fell before caught in inches. So it starts at 0, and by the time he caught it, it was like, say, for example, he caught it when it was at the 15 mark, okay, in inches. All right. So if you look at that number 1, it says, what was the most common result? Well, 4 times Mark caught it at 15. So you need to write for number 1, you need to write down 15. So take a moment and write down 15. And then what was Mark's best result? So remember, the smaller the number, the better the results. That means he caught it fast, okay? So if you look at the chart, the best result was 13. So for number 2, under prior knowledge questions, you're going to write 13 inches. All right, number 3, it says, how many times did Mark catch the ruler at 17 inches? So across the bottom, you need to look for 17, move your finger up, and then take a moment and record how many times he caught it at 17 inches. I'm not going to give you this one. You go ahead and pause it if you have to, and write down your answer. All right, and then for number 3, the second part of number 3 says, what about for 15 inches? So you need to find the 15 and how many times did he catch the ruler at 15, and write your answer on the line for that one. And remember, pause this as many times as you need to so that you can get this page correct. All right, and then number 4, if you had to summarize Mark's results with a single number, what would you use? Well, if you were to summarize this, Mark catches the ruler at which number most often? That's the number that you should write down for number 4. All right, moving on to the gizmo warm-up. So it says the Reaction Time 1 gizmo allows you to test your reaction time. So you're going to get to test your own reaction time in a little bit, but we do need to walk through this part together so that you know what you're doing. All right, so it says check that catch the ruler, no sound is selected, and that the display is a list. So if you look right here, okay, it says catch the ruler, no sound. Okay, so mine is already set up that way. If yours is not, then you need to click this and make it so that it says catch the ruler, no sound is selected, and that the display is a list. So right here, check your screen. You may have to flip back and forth. That this display is on list. Okay. All right. Then it says select begin the experiment. Hit the space bar on your keyboard to catch the ruler. After 5 catches, click end experiment. List your results below. So watch what I do, and then when you go ahead and do this on your own, you should know what to do. So I'm going to click begin experiment right here, and then I'm going to hit the space bar, and that is my way of catching it, and they want me to do this 5 times. So here we go. Okay, so I caught it at 21, and if you notice down here, it's keeping track for me. Okay, all right. And now I'm just going to wait till it starts again. Okay, caught it at 17, 22, 16, and one more, 21. Okay, and then it says when I'm done, hit end experiment. I had to do it 5 times, and I did hit end. Okay, on your paper, you're going to list your results. So for number 1 under Gizmo warm-up, I would write 21, 17, 22, 16, and 21 with a comma in between. That's where I got this from. I got that from right here for number 1. Your numbers are going to be different from mine, so you need to take a moment and do the activity and then write your numbers down. All right, then it says these result from a data set. What was your best result and what was your worst result? So remember, the smaller the number, the better your reaction time. So my best result, I would write down for my best 16, okay? But my worst result would be 22. Okay, and then for number 3, it says the range of your data set is different between the best result and the worst result. What was the range of your data? So my best result was 22, and I'm sorry, my best result was 16, and my worst result was 22. Okay, so to figure out the range, I'm going to take let's see, it would be 22 minus 16, which would be 6. So my range for number 3 would be 6. That's what I would write on my paper. All right, then it says turn on show statistic. So I'm going to click this button here, click it. Okay, show statistic, and then I'm going to hit range, which is already checked, to check my answer. Okay, all right, moving on. You guys should be able to do activity A on your own. So I will go ahead and show you how to get ready for activity A. It is at the top of your paper. It says get the gizmo ready. So you're going to select click the target. That's up here. And they want you to do stationary and click reset and then list display. So you guys should be able to do the rest on your own as long as you follow the directions.